Hi and welcome along to DR Sports. We are here for the Champions League draw, right? We're going to find out today who is in the quarterfinals of the Champions and the semi-finals, isn't it?
Yeah.
They give you the quarterfinals and then who you go to play in the semi-finals. Of course, 3 English clubs still remaining in the competition. Not Man United.
Hey.
Manchester City, Chelsea, and of course Alex's Liverpool in there. And of course, we're really looking forward to it. The other teams in the draw, still left in the draw, Real Madrid,
Villarreal.
Villarreal, the big shock, knocking out Juventus. I still can't get over that.
That was a good evening.
I tell you, Unai Emery, man. Unai Emery on fire, right? Atletico Madrid, of course, who knocked out Manchester United as well, and Benfica, right? Now, I've missed none, have I? Yeah, and Benfica, right? So, out of those, who... I have missed that one. Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. Out of those, Alex, who would you like?
Who would I like?
For Liverpool, of course.
Benfica or Villarreal? Listen, Villarreal have massively overperformed, as Benfica have. You saw Villarreal win the Europa League last year. Now they're trying to push on to that next level. They're in the Champions League quarterfinals now, which really is the next level. Will they win it? You know, it's a long shot. But we saw Chelsea win it last year when no one really gave them a chance. But if you're asking me if I could pick 2 teams, naturally, and the Liverpool fans in the comments will agree with me, Benfica and Villarreal, the most feared teams, obviously Bayern, City, we don't want to get them. Even Chelsea, we don't like playing them. Yeah. Especially in the Champions League. So, yeah, there's 2 that I really want. Yeah,
if I was in it, as an English team, at this stage, I don't want another English team.
No, not at this stage.
Because to me, you know, I still think the English teams are strong favourites in this competition if you look at the way they've gone through. But I'd want to avoid another English team. But the other teams you'd want to avoid, probably Real Madrid. They were brilliant in knocking out PSG. Knocked you out last year. Yeah. So you'd want to avoid them. Atletico?
Do you know what? We've played them twice this season in the Champions League already in the group stages. We played them 2 years ago. I'm quite happy to avoid any Madrid teams, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, even though they knocked out Man United, I just thought that Man United
they're there for the taking, though. Listen, if we get Atletico again, I'll be rubbing my hands.
You'd be confident against Atletico, wouldn't you?
We've beaten them twice this year already.
So you'd be confident against it. You don't really want to get Bayern Munich, that's for sure.
Again, Bayern Munich, you don't want to get them. But at this stage of the competition, you're playing with the big boys now. So it's hard to avoid all of them.
True. What are your chances this year? Are you feeling good about it?
Ask me again in about half an hour. These things take forever though, don't they? These draws. We saw in the last round of 16 draw. There was a redraw.
Remember, they messed it up and they had to do it again.
Can you believe it?
By the way, Diogo says, AGT, is Trent's injury merely a tactical hammy? No, Jurgen Klopp saying he's going to be out for weeks.
There's a bit of cleverness behind this, Robin. Let me introduce you to that. So, obviously, Walker gets left out of the England team for some mystery reason, right? Trent comes in. Now, let's not forget, the next Premier League game that Liverpool have is in 3 weeks. Klopp has said he'll be out for weeks. So all of a sudden, the international break finishes in 2 weeks. Trent's back in full training, and then he's fine for the Premier League game. So is it a tactical
If he's got any sort of hamstring injury, he can't go and play for England, can he?
No, listen, if it is a hamstring injury, and apparently he picked up in the Arsenal game, that's not something you just walk off.
I'm not surprised. He's twisted up so much, right? His hamstrings.
Yeah, well, what was the score?
All right, I know you're going to come with that. But he was twisted up in it, though, isn't it? So no wonder his hamstrings were burning him. But anyway, it's back to this today.
Always tries to make it Arsenal.
The Terminator says, I'm hoping for Chelsea versus Liverpool. I bet you don't want that, do you?
Do you know how many times we've played Chelsea in this competition, man? Especially in the latter stages. Not keen on that. Obviously, they're the winners. We saw Joe Cole there on the preview to this draw saying that he still thinks Chelsea could win it.
Well, I think, listen, they're in it, and Thomas Tuchel's good manager, and I think, definitely they got a chance.
No fans, though. If they do get there, no fans.
Yeah, that's true, but it might give them that sort of siege mentality where, you know, they think they can win it, you know? So
yeah, exactly. I mean, these competitions, the differences in them, the margins of victory are so close. You know, you've seen Champions League finals decided on penalties. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of them as
Chelsea
well.
are good in these tournaments. I mean, Todd Miller, who I know is a big Chelsea fan and regular to the channel, big up Todd Miller. He says, "Bring on the liver birds up the Chelsea."
Yeah, well, I don't know if he'll be saying that after. You know.
And Liam Smith says, "I'm a Liverpool fan. I kind of want Real Madrid. We can get at them." And Koto says Benfica. He's already given his prediction for the games, right? He's going Benfica versus Real Madrid, Chelsea versus Liverpool, Man City versus Bayern, Atletico versus Villarreal. Those are my predictions for the draw.
Yeah.
By the way, they've got Mikel Silvestre doing the. He still looks the same, isn't it? He's put on obviously, he's not training every day.
He's put on a couple of pounds.
Put on a few pounds, but he's not massive and looks in good shape. I don't know when he came to Arsenal.
Could you have got a better player to do the draw?
I know, Mikel Silvestre.
I don't think he's ever. No, he might have won it with United. To be fair,
United, he's not like no.
But I remember when Arsenal signed him.
All the players in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Arsenal signed him.
You was not happy, were you?
Rubbish.
Not happy, man.
Eddie goes. He's predicting Chelsea versus Benfica.
Yeah, I mean, Benfica are the team that everyone wants, which could be a bit of disrespect to them. I mean, they've just knocked out. Who did they just knock out, by the way? Benfica. I know that Villarreal just knocked out Juventus. There you go.
And
Ajax,
the great Ten Hag.
Well, there you go. United fans, let us know in the comments.
Because it was funny. It was funny the other night when we're with United. It was like when they got knocked out. I think every United fan was about to say, "Right, that's it, get in Ten Hag," and then realised he'd been knocked out as well.
Not great.
Lots of people predicting what they think the draw's going to be here. Mattisem says Liverpool versus Bayern. You wouldn't fancy that, would you? And Benfica versus Chelsea, Real Madrid versus Man City. There's some great teams left in it, so we are going to see some great draws. I see AGT. He's looking nervous. He's looking nervous.
It looks like they're
because they are starting to
well.
get. I think they've learnt now, and they're starting to do the draws a bit quicker than normal. Of course, later on the UEFA draw as well. Well done to West Ham last night. That was
Massive
an amazing performance.
Ham,
Yarmolenko again with the winning goal. But West Ham, could they go all the way in this tournament?
You know, the only English team to beat Sevilla in the Europa League ever. City, United, Liverpool.
Only English team to beat Sevilla.
Yeah. Unbelievable stuff, that. But yeah, you're right. I think UEFA have probably gone on Twitter during the last few draws and thought everyone's hating the old video montages that we play for about 45 minutes before the draw. So to confirm the teams to be drawn: Atletico de Madrid, Bayern Munich, Benfica, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Madrid, Real Madrid that is, and of course Villarreal.
He started off with this brilliant accent.
Yeah,
and then he goes,
I messed up that bit.
Bayern Munich.
Oh God, it's happening.
Right, here we go. Here's the draw.
My days.
We're going first ball being drawn out by Mikel Silvestre. Here it comes.
Let's get that Liverpool.
First ball in the Champions League quarterfinals. The team is going to be Chelsea.
Snap.
Chelsea, first out of the hat, of course, beat Lille in the last round, and we know with all the problems going on at Chelsea at the moment, games might have to be played behind closed doors unless they can get an investor in. But Chelsea have been drawn out of it first. All you Chelsea fans, Todd Miller.
Don't be Liverpool.
Who's coming? Right. Here comes the next ball.
Come on.
Who are they going to get? This is Chelsea, remember. Chelsea versus
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid! You called it. You called it before it's even out.
Wow.
Chelsea versus Real Madrid. That is a tough ask for Chelsea. But listen, remember the last game. PSG really should have turned over Real Madrid.
Of course.
They should really have done it. They completely capitulated. I don't think if Chelsea were in that situation, they would do that.
No.
Right? So Chelsea versus Real Madrid. Zappa says, damn, not again. Rematch of the semi, says Todd Miller. Remember last year? Yeah. Chelsea turned them over.
Yeah, they did, man.
Easy game for Chelsea, says Abdallah. Zappa says Real Madrid. What the? I mean, Parisian Londoners in the chat as well. Big up Parisian Londoner. Right. Next ball out is
Bayern Munich. Oh,
Manchester City.
And they're at home.
Manchester City will play the first game at home. The English team's coming out straight away.
Please,
Manchester City.
Please don't be Liverpool.
Who are they going to draw now? You don't want City, do you?
No, just because if we get City now, that means it's Chelsea or Real in the
and then
semis,
you've got,
right?
like, for the title race.
And then it's the title race. We could still play them in the FA Cup as well.
Right, but here's who we're about to find out now.
Please don't be
Sylvester's
Liverpool.
opening up the ball. Will it be Liverpool? Who have Manchester City drawn? Keeping it dramatic, they have drawn
Yes.
Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Atletico Madrid, the same team that knocked out their City rivals, Manchester United.
This is
Man
great
City
for Liverpool so far,
have
Rob.
drawn Atletico Madrid. I love when they like pan to the officials
Just to see
and they
if
all
they're
keep a
shook.
serious face, like, you know what I mean, no matter who they draw. You know, sometimes underneath they're thinking, yes! But
All they're thinking, shit.
yeah. Right, here
Come on,
comes the next
Liverpool.
ball.
Let's get Liverpool,
Here comes the next ball. Could
Villarreal.
this be Liverpool?
Come on, man.
Could be Liverpool
Come
Bayern,
on, man. Could well
Be Liverpool Bayern.
I think that's Villarreal.
First ball out is Villarreal.
Come on, Liverpool.
Villarreal. AGT hoping to get Villarreal.
Look, the Villarreal chairman is shook now.
Right.
So this could be Benfica, Liverpool, or Bayern Munich. They're the only three teams left, Rob.
Yep.
And this is, I think, the better side of the draw to be on now. Because and that's Senna. Do you remember him, Marcos Senna?
He was a brilliant player, he was, man.
Yeah.
How strong was he?
He was brilliant. And he played for Spain, won the Euros as well.
Right, here comes the ball. Could it be Liverpool? It is.
Yes, come on!
Bayern Munich.
We got Benfica.
Bayern Munich.
Yes!
So Liverpool.
Yes, Rob.
Villarreal versus Bayern Munich. That has worked out. Because you could look at it and say Liverpool have got the easiest. Benfica no mugs, but
no mugs.
Listen, they're
Look
not
at him.
really.
Why is he doing this, Rob?
Yeah.
There's 2 balls left.
2 balls left to take them out. We know what they are. It's going to be, well, we find out whether Liverpool are going to be at home in the first leg or away.
I'm easy. Whatever they want. Benfica at home, first leg? Yeah.
Benfica at home, that means they've got to come to Anfield.
In the second
I
leg.
think that benefits you as well, doesn't
Remember
it?
that guy, is it Luis Sal? The big defender for Benfica in the day?
Yeah. Benfica,
Yes.
Egyptian
Amazing
King
draw.
Salah says Benfica versus Liverpool. Liverpool versus Benfica, says Sanil. Peter Kip says, where's PSG? At home.
There we
it
go.
is
And Liverpool come out.
So that is the quarter-final draw.
My G.
A quarter-final draw. That is it. Benfica versus Liverpool. Chelsea versus Real Madrid. Manchester City, of course, as I said, are going to be taking on Atletico Madrid. And it's Villarreal versus Bayern Munich. That is the quarter-final draw for the Champions League. AGT, you happy with that?
Overly happy with that, Rob. It means that we're one on the good side of the draw, and if we beat Benfica, we get either Villarreal or Bayern Munich in the semis, and then it's either Chelsea, City, Atletico, or Real in the final. So I could not have picked this better in terms of Liverpool. Chelsea fans are going to be shook. Big Steve is going to be shook. So yeah, amazing draw for Liverpool. Amazing draw.
Mark T says, as an Arsenal fan, I miss those moments, even when we were in the Europa League. Now we need to get back in the top 4. We have to. It's ours to lose now. Well, that's if we want to get into those stages, we have to. But anyway, now they're drawing for the semi-finals. So this will decide the semi-finals. And the semi-finals will work like this. The winners of quarter-final 2. So...
Oh, snap. So it wasn't how I thought it was then?
No. So yeah, it mixes up. So the winners of quarter-final 2, which
so
was...
that could be Liverpool or...
No, quarter-final 2.
Oh, no, that was Chelsea.
Quarter-final 2
no, that
was
City Atletico.
City, Atletico.
Please don't be 4 now. City or Atletico.
We'll play the winners of quarter-final 1. So that would be
out.
Chelsea or Real Madrid.
Yeah. So it's worked out.
Yeah.
Half and half
So that's Manchester City or Atletico Madrid if they will play Chelsea or Real Madrid. So we could see an all-English semi-final in Manchester City versus Chelsea. Wow.
And this is just formality now.
Formality on the other side, but we'll see who gets the home fixture first.
Liverpool fans want the away fixture first, normally.
To get them back home for those.
Okay, so that could
so
be Liverpool.
You'd be at home, it'd be Liverpool or
Benfica.
Benfica. Liverpool or Benfica, and of course it's going to be Bayern Munich.
Also, is there a guy collecting all these balls under the table when they put them through the little hole? I want to know, man.
Yeah, it's going to be Bayern Munich or Villarreal. So if you do get through,
Love that.
Probably, let's say everything went to form, be Bayern Munich in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Tough.
Very tough.
But again, it's all set up. It's all set up. If everything goes to form, again, we could see another English semi-final, another English final.
Yeah, and obviously Chelsea City last year went head to head.
Yeah.
City, out of any team in this final, I think have got the most to play for in terms of they lost the final last year. And I don't care, Lewis, Big Steve, they all say, we don't care about the Champions League, mate, I care about the league. Don't lie. Of course you care about the Champions League. You're desperate to win it. You need to win this.
City need the Champions League.
Need is the key word.
Right. City need the Champions League. I don't know why they're drawing in for the final.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what this is all about.
I guess that's just to decide who wears their home kit.
Right, okay.
I don't know why, because I don't know the other reason why they'd need to draw that. But yeah, that is it. So, do you see the pathway?
The pathway is there. Of course it's there. And again, just to reiterate, it couldn't have been I won't say the word easy because that's disrespectful, but it couldn't have been a better...
Come on, it's easy.
No, I'm not going to say that
Benfica,
because you've seen...
Villarreal
just knocked out Juve.
Over the past few years, Benfica, they've been a Europa League team.
Of course, so that's why I'm happy. But I have to pay respect. You don't get into a Champions League quarters for no reason.
They've never even got to a semi-final of the Europa League. I mean, so, they're punching above their weight.
Well above their weight.
You've got some good players.
Yeah.
But come on.
So if we beat Benfica, we could play Bayern. If we beat Bayern, it's either Chelsea, City, or the two Madrid clubs in the final. I would say, right now at this stage, out of all the English clubs, Liverpool are most likely to win it. Is that fair to say?
I'd say...
Based on that draw?
Yeah, I'd say Liverpool have probably got the easiest pathway to win it, because in the next, if you're doing betting right now, Liverpool are the favourites because they've got the easiest game. And I know some people in the chat are saying I'm being disrespectful. I'm not disrespecting Benfica. I'm just going that, come on, Liverpool will turn over Benfica. That'd be a massive shock.
Yeah.
So the favourites to win it, based off of what's left, for me, are Liverpool. Then probably the second favourites for me would be Man City, because I'd expect them to turn over Atletico Madrid. Although we know what Atletico are like, but
Spanish Stoke.
Man City are not Man United. But you could see an Atletico sitting. It's set up perfectly for them, innit? Because they ain't got to attack. They just sit in, soak it all up.
Especially in that first leg away.
If they nick a 1-0 Atletico, you saw it the other day at Man United, right? Chelsea versus Real Madrid, difficult for Chelsea. But having said that, if you look at, the other day, when you watched that game over the two legs, PSG were the better team. They just capitulated, when they should have really gone through.
What I will say about Atleti is that shithousery works up until you get to the final.
Yeah.
Right? That works in the knockouts because there's two legs, and Simeone El Cholo plans it almost to the minute. In terms of, let's do this at this minute. That doesn't work in the final, Rob. And Atleti have never won this competition, and I think they've lost 3 finals. So
Laurie Noor says, sorry, Liverpool ain't getting past Bayern.
Okay, well, the last time we played them, we beat them 3-1 away at their place.
Yeah.
So,
I think you can beat Bayern. S94 says, City will kill Atletico. Real will deal with Chelsea. Atleti versus City is going to be closest. Christian Val. Etc. Z says Liverpool are in the final. He's already calling it.
Calling it already.
Zappa says Simeone will beat Pep. Just watch. Chelsea will beat Madrid, says Eric. Bayern haven't been great this season, says 6 times. I agree with you. Bayern haven't been great this season. Yeah, I don't think it's been the Bayern of the I definitely think Liverpool have got the easiest pathway to get to the final out of all the English clubs, because, as I said, I'd expect you to beat Benfica, and I do think Liverpool will beat Bayern if they get, So I definitely think, and that's if Bayern get through. It could be Villarreal, of course, without disrespecting any team. City, on the other hand, I would expect them to beat Atletico.
Over 2 legs, I can see City winning that.
Yeah, but however, Chelsea. If, say, they got a Chelsea or Real Madrid in the semi-final, those are tough semi-finals. Real Madrid, after that loss game against PSG are going to fancy this. They've got that experience as well. That's the other thing. And City, I think, are going to be a bag of nerves because the pressure is on them to win it.
For sure,
They got to win it this year. Everyone's saying, Pep, you've got to win this thing now.
And I don't want to hear no excuses from City fans this year. This final is there to be won, and
But
City have never won
off, you know what I mean? Kingsley says here, Chelsea are the only club that thrive under chaos. And you know what? I'm saying don't write off Chelsea. Don't write off Chelsea. Chelsea, they won it last year, kind of came from nowhere and did it. They kind of, you know, sometimes when you've got that siege mentality, you know, the whole world's against you. You know what I mean? And all the problems that they've got. Don't put it past Chelsea to say, you know what, let's go out there and show them and get all the way to the final. Maybe Lukaku might turn up. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I'm not sure about that. Lukaku turning up.
Well, he's got to turn up at some time.
He does, but here are the pictures of Chelsea winning it last year.
Yeah.
The holders play Real Madrid, Man City, Atletico de Madrid, Villarreal, Bayern Munich, Benfica and Liverpool. Yeah, if you asked me to do the draw myself and fix it, that's what I would have done.
Raheem City says we need to get it this season. No more bottling it.
Agreed.
King Me says this Liverpool fan is so salty. Just mad that City is going to win the league.
Okay. We'll see.
Noah says Chelsea are mentality monsters. Yeah?
Yeah. We'll see. No, listen, obviously the holders, but I don't think it's Chelsea's this year, I have to say. I think last year was a bit of a fluke.
Soccer Breakdown predicting a Man City Liverpool Champions League final.
This was the last time Chelsea played Real Madrid last year, May, and they won 3-1 on aggregate. It really put them away there.
And that was with no fans, remember? So,
yeah, no fans. Who was that scored
I think Chelsea can be, as I said, Real Madrid, remember, weren't impressive until the last sort of 15, 20 minutes of that game. But the only thing I would say, they've got that experience.
Benzema as well.
And they will be on a high. They will definitely be on a high from the last game. So
interesting draw this. Really, really is interesting. I've just had texts off the Scousers that I know saying, "Boss draw there, lads." See, look, all the texts are coming in. So yeah, I'm buzzing. I really, really am buzzing. So bring it on. Bring it on, Rob.
Bring it on. Happy.
Absolutely. Very, very happy.
Happy. All right. Let's go through it again then. In case you've missed it, the Champions League draw has been made, right? This is how it is turned out. It is Chelsea versus Real Madrid, right? Manchester City will take on Atletico Madrid, the conquerors of Manchester United. Villarreal, the surprise team, or one of the two surprise teams I'll say here, but Villarreal, the surprise package, dispatched of Juventus, they will take on Bayern Munich. And Benfica, the other surprise team who got out Ajax, they will take on AGT's Liverpool. Quarterfinal first legs to be played on the 5th and 6th of April, and then on the 12th and the 13th of April. When that is settled, this is how it will turn out in the semi-final. It will be either Chelsea or Real Madrid versus Manchester City and Atletico Madrid. So you could give you a couple of scenarios there. You could have an all-English semi-final. You could have an all-Spanish, all-Madrid semi-final, right? That's what you could have there. There's so many great scenarios in there because that's 4 great teams left in there. On the other side of the draw, it would be either Villarreal and Bayern Munich versus Benfica or Liverpool. So again, we have the prospects of Bayern Munich versus Liverpool. So I'm going to give my predictions here. Let's go.
Go on.
Excuse me.
There he is. He's choking up already.
Let's give our predictions, right? So, Chelsea versus Real Madrid over the 2 legs.
Over 2 legs, Real Madrid. Which might go against the grain. I understand that as Chelsea being the holders, but this year you've seen what they did to PSG. They don't have to be playing well. They've got the fans. Chelsea don't. I'm going to go with Real Madrid.
Yeah, you know what? And Chelsea haven't. I mean, in the Champions League they played well. In the league,
not enough for me. Not enough to beat Real Madrid, who are going to win the league, by the way, in Spain. 10 points clear with about 9 games.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Real Madrid.
Just
Real Madrid.
Just.
Man City versus Atletico.
Head or heart? What one do you want?
The head.
The head is telling me it's Manchester City. I think they're going to have too much for Atleti's midfield, especially. But again, can you write Atleti off? Like I said earlier, their tradition, their style of playing doesn't really do well in finals. So, listen, they can absolutely pull rabbit out of the hat here, but I'm going to go just about City and the Real Madrid semi-final.
No, I think that's for me. That's City quite easy. Yeah, I think quite easily. So I'm going City there.
So Real Madrid City semis.
So we're talking a Real Madrid City semi-final there.
Wow, big game.
Villarreal versus Bayern Munich. Villarreal, who dumped out Juventus,
3-0, Rob.
Beat them 3-0 at their place.
Thumping. Give them a thumping. I mean, naturally, I'm going to have to go with the strong favourites here in Bayern Munich. I think they've won it.
Easy for Bayern.
I think they've won it 4 or 5 times, Bayern Munich. So, listen, Villarreal did exceptionally well to get here. Unai Emery is going to have that whole city behind him. They won their first ever trophy last year in the Europa League. But there's levels, and I think Bayern Munich will show them those levels and knock them out. All
right, I think Bayern Munich as well. And Benfica versus Liverpool.
Over 2 legs?
I'm going Benfica.
Listen, I don't want to get clipped up and come back to this moment when Benfica knock us out. However,
easy.
I am going to go with a Liverpool win. Home and away, I think we've got way too much for them. But I do think this game is sandwiched in between that City game. The dates you just read out, the 5th and the 6th.
Yep.
We play City on the 10th. And then we're again at
12th
Benfica on the 12th and the 13th. So that 1 week in April will tell us if Liverpool are going to win the quadruple or not.
Okay, so based off of what we just predicted, Chelsea, that would mean Real Madrid versus Man City semi-final.
And a Bayern Liverpool. So Real Madrid or City, again, because of the nous, because of the know-how, these guys have won it 14 times. City, I do think on their day are better than Real Madrid, but again, over 2 legs, Rob, it's a whole different ball game. I'm going to go for Real Madrid.
I think City would turn over Real Madrid quite easily.
Okay. Easily? You really think easily?
Yeah, but PSG should have turned them over easily.
True.
Right, so City better team. Look how City did to PSG.
Who's the biggest 2 bottlers in the Champions League?
True, but I think
City and PSG.
No, I think they turn it over. So Man City and Bayern Munich versus Liverpool. Ooh, that'd be tasty.
I'm going with Liverpool still. I think, like you said, Rob, Bayern aren't having their best ever season. Naturally, they're probably going to walk the Bundesliga, which is no surprise really. But over 2 legs, Liverpool versus Bayern, I'm going with Liverpool.
I'm also going with Liverpool. So if our predictions turned out right, we would have a Manchester City versus Liverpool final. The 2 teams going for the league, and then they'd also be going for it in the Champions League. And I'm telling you, that's how I think it's going to turn out.
That could be the biggest game ever.
That would be an amazing final. Wow, if we get that. And remember, the final this year is going to be held in Paris, at the same stadium where I went to watch Arsenal lose the Champions League final against 2-1. Barcelona, 2-1. Still hurts to this day, but it was a great experience going to that stadium. And I can tell you one thing: with the final being played in Paris, the place will be invaded. Because I remember when we played Barcelona, we outnumbered Barcelona by about 10-1. I mean, it was like everywhere you went.
I don't think they travelled that well, Barcelona.
Yeah. I mean, listen, on the day they had a lot of fans there in the stadium, but I think it was an equal split.
I feel like when an English team's in a final, we outnumber the other team.
But the English teams, they all just turned up.
Don't have tickets.
Listen, practically no Arsenal fan had a ticket. I had fans offering me £1,000 for my ticket, and those days I was proper broke, trust me, and I still turned it down.
This was 2006, people.
Yeah.
It's not the Robbie with the rollie that you see now. This is a different Rob.
I was proper broke, mate, proper broke, but I weren't giving that ticket away after the game. I wish I'd have sold it. But actually, so your experience of a Champions League final is awesome, and if we could get, a City Liverpool final. That would be an amazing. I think it's set up for a lot of good finals in there because a lot of good teams left.
So you don't see any surprises in this one?
I think, yeah.
Give me one tie that there could be a huge surprise.
I think
you're going to say
Villarreal Bayern. Okay. Possible. Emery, he's got a lot of experience of these cup competitions. They're the surprise package. That was very impressive. Very impressive performance against Juventus. Bayern Munich have looked a bit, you look at them in the Bundesliga, they haven't been great. You know what I mean? They've been getting beaten by some teams that you're thinking, hey?
Yeah.
I think defensively they're not as strong as they've been over the last few years.
Lewandowski's still banging in the goals.
They're a big team that turn up in the big moments. So I guess that would be the only shock there. Would Chelsea beating Real Madrid, is that actually a shock?
That's the thing, I don't think it is a shock. What we should also remember,
Atletico beating City would be a shock to me.
I think that would be a bigger shock.
I can't see that.
Villarreal have just beaten Juventus 3-0 away from home, by the way, Rob.
Away from home.
If Bayern Munich did that, if City did that, surely everyone would be talking
well, that's what I just said. It's incredible, and they've got... Yeah, and the fact that Bayern haven't always been on it this season, that's the only shock I can see. I can't see Benfica getting anything out of you guys. I can't see that. Having played you lot the other night and put up a decent showing, but you're a very, very strong team in all departments. So I just can't see Benfica. A game's made for Diaz, isn't it?
Hopefully.
For Diaz.
Is it what's his name? Darwin Núñez?
Darwin Núñez, yep.
He's looking good.
Yeah, he's looking really
good.
He's looking a top quality striker, but they're going to need more.
Do you know what I'd be interested to know?
They need a lot more than that.
City fans, if there's any of you in the chat right now, I know there's only a handful of City fans, but I want to know who City do not want.
He's on the wind up.
I am on the wind up, bro. So
He's on the wind up.
I want to know who City do not want. Not want. I want to know who City do not want. Because it would just be interesting. Who do they not want to play? Who are they most feared of? Let us know in the comments.
We've done some polls. We did a poll. Who wins, Chelsea or Real Madrid? 52% are going Chelsea at the moment.
Interesting.
So let's get one up for Liverpool, and let's get another poll up for Man City.
Interesting comment here from Martin. That's a Liverpool quadruple, surely. Haha. CL Carabao, they have a chance to win the league and the FA Cup as well. I mean, getting Benfica, that would have been every single Liverpool fan's dream draw. So the chances of a quadruple have maybe just notched up a tiny couple of percent with that. Who knows? Who knows? Do you know what? I can't wait for the day. I can't wait for the day that this guy is back in the Champions League. I feel sorry for him. It's like when Gus was here the other day and I didn't give him a treat and he was like, that's how I feel like you are when you're watching stuff like this. Because you should be in this, bro. You should be in these draws, man. I can't wait for you to get back.
Just look. Fuck off.
Look.
Because now he's starting to get me upset.
No, seriously.
Right?
Arsenal need to be back in the Champions League.
We do need
Come on, man.
We do need to try and get back into the Champions League, but it's as we can see, it's a very tough thing to get into.
AGT, you absolute weapon, says RG Hoops. Nice one, bro.
You're evil. You're evil, man. You're evil.
No, honestly, I think...
Now, I've heard a couple of people in the chat have been saying this. M. Milsey has said it as well. Benfica has the curse, so they will beat them. Now, I don't know what this curse is, but there's about 3 people that have mentioned it in the chat. I want to know what this curse of Benfica is. I want to explore it a bit more to know that if it is something that could turn Liverpool over. So what is this Benfica curse? Can somebody please tell me what it is?
Let us know,
the other poll was Manchester City versus Atletico Madrid. 69% of you said Manchester City will win that one. So 69% of you saying that Manchester City will win that game. So that's interesting. Has anyone got any news on the curse? I want to know what it is. Eldon Chicky Man says Atletico can knock out Man City. Simeone has knocked out Guardiola before in the Champions League. Right?
True. That is true. Simeone is he's the kind of guy you just don't want to see in that dugout opposite you when you're managing. Because, I mean, you've seen it at Atleti when Arsenal went there. He really whips up the crowd. There's actually a really interesting documentary on right now on Amazon Prime, Rob, but you should watch it, called Partido a Partido, and it's all about Cholo Simeone and how he's kind of been the Atletico manager for like 11 years now. You know, he's one of the longest serving managers in Europe.
Luke Boff says, by the way, Real Madrid will be at home for the first game against Chelsea. First, due to both Madrid teams were at home on the same time, so they've changed it.
Okay.
So, slight change to that.
Interesting.
And Kaf Panan says, Tuchel will be looking for plane tickets on Ryanair for Madrid now.
Do you know what? If he might as well get the ferry. It's probably the cheapest way. Take the car as well. You might need to get a little minibus settings because they ain't going to be able to afford the normal team bus with all the TVs and all that on it. Megabus, you know.
Well, just drive their cars, man. All of them drive their cars.
Yeah, that's not very good for the planet, is it?
Cassie says Benfica beat us 2-0 at Anfield in 08, I think.
Let me correct you. Benfica knocked out Liverpool in the round of 16 in 05-06, the year after that we won it. And they knocked us out in the round of 16. Simao, remember him? Simao?
Yes, I do remember
Simao scored 2 goals at Anfield and we lost 2-0. However, we have played them in the Europa League since then and we beat them 4-1, I think. So,
Dubia B says the curse.
What is this curse?
Was to do with Benfica never winning a European Cup again. Something to do with after Eusebio passed away.
Oh, right.
I think I have heard something like that before.
They won it in the 60s with Eusebio, right? I'm pretty sure, man.
I've heard something like that before.
I'm pretty sure.
Jonathan says the Benfica manager was fired and he was displaced. So he said that they won't win any European trophy since he was sacked, and they haven't. The curse of Benfica, says Alicia, is that they will never win a European trophy.
Well, good job we got them then.
Yeah, but they only have to beat you. They don't have to beat another.
Proper curse, man.
Not FIFA player says the curse is about the former Hungary coach that got sacked and cursed the club. They wouldn't get another Champions League in 70 years. So that seems to be what the curse is. But the curse doesn't say that they won't get to a semi-final.
Well, that is true.
It's just that, you know, you're not going to win the whole thing. So I've got to hold on to something.
Benfica were one of the kind of biggest and best teams, I think, in the 60s.
Yeah.
If you got Eusebio in your team around that time.
They're a big club. Firefist Bay says, good morning from America. Robbie and AGT, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Skylar ARS27 says, Liverpool quadruple inbound. He's another one.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
Quay v London says, Liverpool quadruple incoming.
Who knows? Listen, massive question really. Can Liverpool do the quadruple? You know, as the weeks have gone by, I've been saying, no, let's be realistic. But in every game that we're playing in, there is the chances just get higher and higher. So again, I'm going to keep my feet on the ground. I don't think we'll win the quadruple, Robbie. I still don't. But we've got a good chance.
Yeah. Hussein says Arsenal should use the curse excuse because they'll never win it as well.
There was actually a curse.
That's very funny.
Do you remember the Bruce Grobbelaar curse?
Where he peed on all the different corners.
Yeah.
That also, the person who did that as well was Barry Fry.
Yeah.
The Peterborough manager.
Yeah. Manager of Barnet as well back in the day.
They weren't winning any games and he went and peed in every corner of the ground and they started winning. And big up to Barry Fry. I met him during the week actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I met him at Cheltenham.
Character, proper character.
Proper nice guy.
He's the kind of guy, Rob, that you can sit
bubbly.
down with a drink and just have so many football stories.
He had a few drinks, yeah.
Okay, he likes a drink.
The poll for, did we do the poll for the Chelsea one? We got a poll for Villarreal, Bayern Munich. 76% of you say that Bayern Munich will win the game. I can't find the Chelsea one.
I voted for Real Madrid.
Quad squad. What's that mean?
Which? Quad squad? Quadruple. Quad squad!
Yeah.
The power of piss, says
you better do that,
Mr. Deep Curry.
Come on, Forrest.
Come on. Listen, he's just naming all the teams
Every
that we're playing.
team that's playing you, like, I'm backing them because this quadruple stuff is getting on my nerves.
You realise, Rob, if we do win that quadruple, if I was you, I'd never want to see me ever again.
I know, I wouldn't.
Seriously.
I wouldn't want to see
even
it
the
again.
double. Let alone the trips.
Sanil says, Robbie,
Quad squad.
according to you, the quadruple is a greater achievement. What would be a greater achievement? Quadruple or invincible?
Oh, there's only one.
Which was achieved by tons of draws. Shut up.
You got.
But actually,
baited.
listen, all of that aside, if someone, if an English team does a quadruple, that's the ultimate.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
has
yeah,
any
that's it. It's never been done.
has any European club done it before?
I
know Bayern have won the
Bayern
treble.
must have. I'm sure Bayern have done
Quadruple
it.
though.
I'm sure Bayern have done it.
Yeah,
Real Madrid may have done it.
potentially.
I don't know. You guys out there will tell us.
In England though, it's
I'm
definitely
sure
never
Real
been
Madrid
done.
might have done it, but it's never been done over here. And that would be the ultimate. Anyone who does that. They, can't City still do it? No, they can't because they obviously didn't win the League Cup,
Out
did
of the
they?
Carabao.
Yeah. Barcelona have apparently done it before.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
So yeah, Barcelona have done it. All this is Akash, who's a Liverpool fan.
I know.
He says
Akash.
all this quadruple talks is distracting. Why can't fans of Liverpool be normal for once
Normal for
without
once.
giving so much ammunition to the salty rival fans?
Listen,
Why can't you be normal? You see, he's the type of
wanna be
Liverpool.
normal.
He's the type of Liverpool fan that he's talking. You know, that Akash is talking about. Arrogant, boastful, nasty, horrible piece of work.
Jealous. Jealous. One word.
Yeah, I am jealous. Liverpool or Benfica, who wins that one? 79% of you said Benfica. No, I'm only joking. Liverpool. So hot favourites there. I still can't find the Chelsea one. What was the percentage on the Chelsea one?
Might have to do that one again.
And Gaz says, can I have a prayer for my team, please? Portsmouth to make the playoffs this year. Thanks from sunny Malta.
Yeah, man. What's the Portsmouth nickname again?
Portsmouth Pompey.
Pompey.
We
No,
pray
yeah,
for
the
Pompey that they reach the playoffs this year and win it. There
That's
you go.
rare. I think he's more thankful for the super chat, to be honest. But
No, we pray for Pompey, man.
Pray for Pompey.
That's
Get that hashtag
That's some
started.
ground to go to. Always a great atmosphere there,
that
man.
guy with the bell.
Yeah, great atmosphere
With
at
his
Pompey,
top
man.
off, all
They
them
really get
tattoos.
behind the fans. Diogo Jota says fans of salty Liverpool are the best.
Yep, with the shush emoji. So he's definitely a Liverpool fan, Diogo.
He's definitely a Liverpool fan. Yeah.
No, honestly, it's been emotional, this draw. And again, from a Liverpool standpoint, I can't speak for any other club, but that is the dream draw.
The Chelsea one, 52. That's a close one.
That's close.
So 52%
Really
of you
close.
said Chelsea. 48% went for Real Madrid. Like, listen, let's round it up now. So let me just reiterate and give it to everybody again. It's Chelsea will play Real Madrid. Manchester City will play Atletico Madrid. Pronounce it again.
Atletico de Madrid.
Them, Atletico Madrid. Villarreal will play
Villarreal.
Bayern Munich or Bayern Munich.
You can't talk to me about pronunciations of players and clubs, bro. This guy.
Bayern Munich. We had the last scouser coming in, said Serge Gnabry.
Oh god, that was awful.
What was it?
Gnabry, wasn't
Gnabry,
it?
Serge
Yeah.
Gnabry. That
That
was
was
your
poor.
that was your mob as well.
That
You know
was
what I mean?
poor, that. Shout out to Liam.
Benfica will play the Scousers in Liverpool. Quarterfinal first legs will be played on the 5th and 6th of April, with the second legs on the 12th and the 13th of April. They're going to be absolutely huge games. And we will then see who gets through to the semi-final. It's going to be amazing. Thanks for everybody who was watching this live draw. Of course, later on there's going to be the draw for the Europa League, so I'm sure
Up the irons.
yeah, we're going to be doing best of enemies later. So we'll let you know who West Ham got in that. But
I want them to get
West
Barca,
Ham,
man.
Glasgow Rangers are still in
Yeah,
there.
Rangers there. I want West Ham to get Barca.
Yeah, and Liverpool. I'll tell you
not?
what. Look at Aubameyang. He's on fire. Scored the winner.
7 and 10.
Yeah, scored the winner. He's on fire. So guys, thank you very much. Good luck to Liverpool.
Thank you. I appreciate
good
it.
luck
Good
to all
luck to
the
Jamaica.
Good luck to Jamaica. Good luck to Liverpool. Good luck to Chelsea. Good luck to Man City. I don't mean it. But listen, all of them are still left in the Champions League. And for me, going through it, I can see an all-English final. But of course, We'll be all over it here on DR Sports. Don't forget, coming out today, we've got The Best of Enemies with me and Expressions. Also, the Saturday football show will be in full effect on Saturday, so make sure you check that out as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Subscribe and like this video.